Morning, guys. This is Stephen Howard and my dog Yucca. How you doing, Yucca? It is raining in Las Vegas, and we're about to get started on the morning commute. Past few days, I've been kind of distracted by work and life, and I've still been getting downloads and getting my channeling, but I looked at the videos. It's not like it used to be. It's a bit fantasized. What is that? The reality is, not every day is sunshine and rainbows, and you got to wake up early. You got to get started. Figure out if you're bringing your dog or not. I actually wish I could have multiple chihuahuas. Like to have a couple of them. Okay, so as I'm parking the car, you guys are like, what is this guy doing? So life kind of takes an interesting turn when you take the early flight home from San Diego. You find a couple ready to tag team your girlfriend. That's from old school. I want to talk about, we live in a modern era. All of us want attention. If we're not getting attention, we live in a society of immediate gratification where people don't want to work on anything anymore. It's either you're in or you're out and this or that. And it's kind of I don't know how to say it. It's kind of a thing where to live a real life and have a good relationship, you have to invest. Not just your money, not just your time, but invest your whole heart, soul, spirit, everything. I've been there before a few times, and it's very vulnerable, and I've always ended up with my heart broken because somebody felt my intensity and couldn't hang or something. So I'm hoping that things will develop into something much greater. And I'm hoping that my dog will brush her teeth in the morning next time. But no, I'm just joking. Yucca's a star. She's definitely a star. Yucca, you like the rain? No, not so much. So, the channel that I've been getting lately is that, like, we got to dig down deep as the collective. Obviously, things aren't vibrationally in alignment at all yet. People are balancing brooms and thinking that the world's in perfect alignment, and I see a lot of people who have everything. I'm waving at my boss. And yeah, it's just a matter of showing up. Dig deep, show up. Be the ball, be the best that you can be. And if that's not good enough for people, then so be it. You tried. We're all good enough. We're all smart enough. We're all bright enough. Just because it's raining doesn't mean you got to be down on your dumps. You can have a positive attitude when it's raining. You can go singing in the rain, from what I've heard. So Yeah, I think that overall being the foundation for people, or a platform, or something of strength, something that holds things and holds them with love. Um, I think with God, all things are possible. I think with the universe, with the belief, the existential belief that no one sees, um, the belief in self. Don't let anybody tell you you're wrong. Because it's really funny. You'll have an idea and you'll be doing it with somebody, and all of a sudden you'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing with my idea?" And they're like, "Oh, I was just gonna take your idea and run with it." That's happened quite a few times in my life. I was just gonna take your idea and sell it. I was gonna take your idea and capitalize on it for the next 7 to 10 years, turn it into a $7 million company. And I don't have any resentment. I don't care. I don't care where you're at because of what you stole. I don't care. Good for you. Touche. I think it's really important that we buckle down and we do what's right for us as a collective. I think it's all sunshine, unicorn, and rainbows, but some days it's raining, and it's raining hard, and you got to concentrate and focus and drive right and do it all right, and make sure it's safe. Make sure your path is safe. Make sure you're, creating boundaries, letting people know, hey, I'm not gonna deal with that. That's your stuff. And when you put it back on them, people don't like that. You might get your walking papers. So, come at everyone with love, because love is always the best answer. You don't get a dog to come to you by yelling at it. That's a good one. You don't get a dog to come to you unless you're nice and sweet. Unless you love your dog and your dog loves you. Right? So be somebody's dog. But make sure, if you're the other person, that you use sweetness and kindness to call them. Don't yell at your dog. It doesn't deserve it. Dog could be anything. Dog could be life, could be boss, could be wife, could be girlfriend, friend. One thing I do love about the rain is the sound of the rain on the roof. I don't know if you guys will hear that through here. It's raining pretty hard. I can hear it pretty good. It's a sexy sound. I wish I was just cuddling today. Just cuddle up, have some hot cocoa, watch a movie. Netflix and chill. I think, I don't know, man. These people, and the way I say these people, they're the collective also. But 2 new cars, new house. The house is just a stucco prison, and you live on top of your other neighbor. And I don't know, man. I'm from Montana now. You know, I like my next neighbor to be 3 acres away. You know, I like to have a shooting range on the property, shoot bows and arrows. I like, I don't know, I like nature, man. I don't think I could do this. I don't think I'd want to spend the money to do this. I would do something way different with my money. You know, even in Nevada, I'd buy a piece of land, put something on it, and start from there. But I like to live kind of like not off grid. You still need electricity and internet and all that shit, but I like to live in, like here, I'd probably build an adobe house. You know, a real Indian adobe house with a stone floor that stays cool in the summer and warm in the winter and has a wood stove. And I don't know. I just like fucking, pardon me, earthy things. You know, the house we had in Mountain's Edge was pretty nice. I like that house. And it was next to a neighbor. I'm sure. I don't know. I just don't like that. Just on top of other people. Then you're working really hard on paying these bills that are illusions, you know? Paying $700 for the car, $1,000 for the car. You're paying all this insurance, all of this security, and ugh, ugh, blee, society. Huh, Yucca? I think we should all follow Yucca, you know, like, I think our dogs have the answer if we just listened a little more carefully. So last night we were having dinner with the Romanian roommate family, and we were having some really nice chicken and vegetables, and it was a good meal, and family was enjoying each other's company, and I can see where that's important, and that's got to be the priority. Yeah. So today, I think my goal is to make it through the day in a positive attitude, to go all the way from bell to bell and be positive all the way through. Yesterday, I raced another low vibration video. At the end of the day, I just felt down and like this isn't what I signed up for. I signed up for mountains and rivers and countryside and hard working. I signed up for hard working. I miss Montana a lot. My buddy Bill Heckle called me yesterday. He goes, Steve, I've been watching your posts on Facebook, and I'm so proud of you with your daughter. I'm so proud of you, bro. But we miss you, man. I miss you. I love you, bro. Bill's a very good friend. When I had really bad PTSD, I rode up to Montana on a motorcycle 2 days after the Route 91 shooting in Las Vegas. I felt like I was like riding away from death, the apocalypse, like bad stuff. And I was crying in my helmet for 1,300 miles. It's quite an adventure. 80 miles an hour most of the way. With a duffel bag full of winter gear on the back, not knowing where I was going and never been to Montana before in my life. I was sleeping behind my motorcycle in a place called Butler Creek. And I rode down in the morning and realized that I only had about $60 left. So I pulled into